Welcome to Monte Vista here at Danville's. The Crawdads face the Alameda Merchants here on this overcast Tuesday afternoon. Casey Kasliner, Charlie Limoncelli here to bring you this presentation of Crawdads baseball. Taking on the Merchants, a team the Crawdads have had mixed results against this season. Crawdads have not won a game at home in nearly 2 weeks. They're 2-3 against the Merchants this year, and they'll want to get in the win column, playing them a couple more times this year, including a few times at Alameda. The Crawdads only with 3 home games left. They'll be calling Noachik, the lefty on the hill, for the Crawdads. But Charlie, it's obviously an interesting point for the Crawdads. They lose the series against Sonoma, but overall, a tough spot to be in with the slow Blues and the Sonoma Stompers winning a lot. What's the Crawdad outlook right now?
You know, it's a little bit dicey right now, Casey. Alameda is just a game back of the Crawdads, 3 games back of first place, so it's going to be between these two teams for the last playoff spot in the CCL North. Walnut Creek needs to go 500 on the week. They probably need to beat Alameda at least 2 times, if not 3, win the week series, playing them 4 times. And I think, honestly, it's about putting together another complete game. The bats and the pitching both need to be in lockstep as playoffs are just a week away.
Set for the top of the first inning, Dominic Nahar, the righty hitter, to lead off against Colin Noachik, the lefty for the Crawdads, one of their better starting pitchers. First pitch, foul to the right side, out of play, 0-1. Noachik enters today a 2.61 ERA in 4 starts, 7 appearances, over 20 innings of work. 23 strikeouts to only 10 walks. He's done a great job. 0-1 on Nahar. Fastball in there for a strike, hard at the plate. 90 miles an hour on the radar gun.
Yeah, Noachik's exactly the guy you want to lead off the week with, Casey. He's just dynamite, really consistent.
Absolutely. The 0-2 to Nahar. Hit off the end of the bat, on the ground over to second base. Calvillo picks it up, flips to first in time for the first out of the game. 4-3 put out, retires Nahar. 1 out in the top of the first for Jace Jeremiah. Yeah, Noachik's the guy who has a lot of heat. The 2 pitchers from Nebraska, him and White, have made a really good dynamic duo. That'll bring up Jace Jeremiah out of St. John's University. Coming off his best season at St. John's. Had an 11-hit week in March. First offering to the righty hitter, inside fastball, 1-0. These 2 teams, a lot of history this season. Played in the first series of the year, but the Merchants have lost 4 straight. They want to get off the skids as well. The 1-0, another fastball inside corner called for a strike, 1-1.
A little bit of a late call there, but a nice delivery from Noachik. Really good spot.
Absolutely. He looks in for the sign, now agrees to Zach Justice. Winds and fires the 1-1. Fastball high and away. 2-1 on Jace Jeremiah. Pretty uncharacteristic day in Danville. The sun is not really out. Field is very clear to view. The 2-1. Fastball hard of the plate in there for a strike. 2-2 on Jace Jeremiah. Guy the Crawdads have seen a lot this year. Some changes on both sides since they've last met. 2 teams fighting for a playoff spot. The 2-2 swing and a miss. A lot of heat. 91 miles an hour on the inside fastball. And that's out number 2 in the top of the first.
Yeah, it's been mostly fastballs from Noachik thus far, just the 1 changeup mixed in. Wonder when we're going to see the breaking stuff. He's got a nice slider and a good curveball to boot.
Can spin his curveball like a dreidel over the heart of the plate. 2 outs. You're in the top of the first. Noachik deals a fastball in there for strike 1 against Aiden Tackless, the lefty hitter. Currently in the portal out of Manhattan College. Hit .370 at College of San Mateo before going there. Takes outside 1-1 on the breaking ball. Hitting .194 this season with the Merchants. Hitless yesterday. The 1-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike. A lot of break on it. 77 miles an hour. 1-2 on Tackless. Went to high school with Casey Levitt McGee, formerly of the Crawdads, and formerly of the Merchants. The 1-2. High fastball taken for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tackless this season, 6 hits in 10 games. Hasn't had a whole lot of playing time. Was a late addition to the Merchants in early July. Noachik toes the first base side of the rubber, puts the glove up, now winds and deals the 2-2. Hit foul back toward us. 2-2 with 2 outs in the top of the first inning. Crawdads vying for a win after a tough loss on Sunday. Only a few home games left. The 2-2 from Nowacek, and that clips the elbow of Tackless. He'll jog to first as the fastball gets away from Colin Nowacek. So that'll bring up the cleanup man facing the Crawdads for the first time, Tui Amosa, a international player for Alameda, heading out of the left side. Where's number 25, just like Ben Simmons, also from down under, from New Zealand, not far from where a lot of athletes have come over to the mainland here in the United States, and schools like St. Mary's recruiting a lot of players from there. Takes outside 1-0. Nowacek looks at first, now home. The 1-0 just outside on the fastball, 87 miles an hour. Amosa played in the Australian Baseball League in Auckland. Again, Australia, a hotbed for athletes we've seen recently. Ben Simmons, Travis Bazana, Patty Mills. The 2-0. Hit on the ground left side over toward third. Leininger charges it. He'll throw to second for the force for the third out of the top of the first. So a hit by pitch puts one on. They leave one on. Crawdads up for the first time. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Crawdads and Merchants scoreless. Welcome back to the Creek. Crawdads and Merchants scoreless here at the top part of this game. Set for the bottom of the first inning, Rocco Borelli to make his second start of the year, fourth appearance of the year. Right-hander from Antioch, California, plays his college ball at Chico State. Making his fourth appearance, like I said, has been good these past few. It hasn't gone for more than 2 innings this season. Might be more of an opener in this game for Alameda. For the Crawdads, it'll be 1, 2, 3. Trey Johnson, Cam Calvillo, Joey Donnelly. A group of 3 guys that has been very good this year for the Crawdads. Trey Johnson back at the leadoff spot today. Has hits in 7 of his last 8 games. He digs out of the left side. Trey starting in center field today. Position that's seen a lot of changes these past few weeks. Lefty hitter, righty pitcher. Borelli set at the belt, now deals as Trey shows bunt, now pulls it back. Pitch outside, 1-0. Trey is second in hits on the Crawdads' active roster as 23. Also 14 RBIs, puts him second as well. The 1-0, fastball in there for a strike. 1-1 on Trey Johnson. He'll go back to Skyline College this upcoming season, where he had a great year in 2025. Hitting over 300. Team that went to the Super Regional. The 1-1, hit on the ground right side, over to the first baseman, Finney. He picks it up, flips to the pitcher, Borelli, close play, narrowly beats Trey. He's called out, but certainly a close play for the first out at the bottom of the first.
Absolutely soft contact, kind of in that gap on the right side of the infield. Nice play from the former Crawdad, Finney, and pitchers are athletes too. Borelli with a really good job covering.
Absolutely. That'll bring up Cam Calvillo with 1 out in the bottom of the first. Calvillo, an 11-game on-base streak. He's been a very consistent hitter this year, looking for even more production to up his game. Went hitless on Sunday against the Stompers, but homered this past week. Righty on righty matchup as Borelli looks in, now fires, swing and a miss. Fastball hard to the plate, gets Calvillo to wave, 0-1. One out in the bottom of the first, scoreless ball game. Crawdads vying for a win against team in Alameda, only an affiliate in the CCL, but has the opportunity to buy into the playoffs. The 0-1, fastball outside corner, 1-1. And this race is very close. Crawdads 2 games back of first in the CCL North, Merchants 3 games back. So this series and game have a lot of weight on the standings. Borelli at the belt, Calvillo at the dish. 1-1 offering, curveball in there for a strike, 1-2. Calvillo spent a lot of time in college, Cal State Northridge, Gonzaga, Ohlone College. Actually wears his Gonzaga cleats still, despite not being at the program anymore. The 1-2 from Borelli. Lifted right side, and a nice catch at second base by O'Sullivan as he goes up top shelf like LeBron and makes the catch for the second out of the bottom of the first.
Wow, what a play over at second base from O'Sullivan. Really gets the hops in, reaches. Oof, we don't see too many catches like that, Casey.
Looked like a basketball player trying to go up and grab it on the top shelf. That'll bring up Joey Donnelly with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Nobody on. The lefty hitter digs in, one of 4 lefties in the Crawdad order today. CCL All-Star this year. Donnelly pops it high up in the air, left side of the infield. Ditmar calls for it at third. He'll put the glove on it and make the catch. The side is retired in order in the bottom of the first. Crawdads get nothing. We'll go to the top of the second. Nothing ball game in Danville. Ready for the top of the second inning here in Danville. Casey Caslin or Charlie Limoncelli on the call. It'll be 5-6-7 due up for Alameda in this scoreless ball game. Both teams going down quietly in the first inning. Colin Nowicek still on the hill for the Crawdads, facing off against Brendan O'Sullivan to lead off this inning. O'Sullivan hitting out of the right side, 22 years of age, a local from Pleasanton. Has 1 hit on the year in 5 games. He struggled, but that 1 hit did come against the Crawdads. First pitch from Nowicek, swing and a miss. Fastball hard at the plate, 0-1. O'Sullivan spent 3 seasons in the Northwoods League, but now treks out west back toward home. Play with the Merchants, the 0-1. Breaking ball inside, 1-1. O'Sullivan spent 2024 and 2025 at UNLV. And then 2023 at San Joaquin Delta College, so got looks at the D1 level there. The 1-1, fastball outside, 2-1 from Colin Nowicek. Guy with a mid-2 ERA on the season. Snubbed of an all-star spot.
Absolutely, he's been fantastic.
The 2-1 from the windup, fastball away, 3-1 to Brendan O'Sullivan. 103 games in the Northwoods League, all with the Rochester Honkers. As he readies up for the 3-1. Nowicek's 3-1 pitch inside, ball 4. So the top of the second inning starts with a walk to Brendan O'Sullivan, and that'll bring up Jack Bollinger.
Nowicek looked really good in the first, but that one really struggled to paint the zone. Bit of a tougher strike zone today for the pitcher, but we'll see how he bounces back here with a man aboard.
That'll bring up the lefty hitter Bollinger. a guy who recently returned after missing a month of play. But he's been great since his return, riding a 5-game hit streak, including a double and an RBI across the stretch. First pitch to him, outside corner, called a strike, 0-1. Nowicek working out of the stretch for the second time. Hit a batter last inning. The 0-1 to Bollinger, big hack and a miss, outside corner, 0-2. Bollinger has some D1 experience, played at Sac State, but now spends his playing time at Westmont College at the D2 level. Nowicek looks at first, the 0-2. Fastball just a bit low. 1-2 on Jack Bollinger. He's had a winding college career in the portal right now out of Westmont, but also played at Cabrillo College in 2022. 23-year-old grad student. Nowicek winds and deals the 1-2. Swing and a miss. The Nebraska kid dishing up some barbecue sauce to Bollinger, and that's out number 2.
Really nice slider there from Colin Nowicek. It's been really disgusting. Hasn't featured it a whole lot today, but as he gets going, he'll want to feature it more and more.
So that'll bring up Jerry Nix. Correction, with 1 out in the inning. Nix, a new addition to the roster, only playing his 5th game as a Merchant. Nowicek from the stretch fires a fastball in there for a strike, outside corner, 0-1. Nowicek now with 2 Ks on the day. Nix also a pretty winding career so far. 3 colleges he's played at. Missouri Western, Cal State Stanislaus. Swing and a miss again on the 0-1. Now 0-2. Then he went to Doane College. Hitting .250 on the year in 4 games for Alameda. 23 years of age. Quickly 0-2 on him. The runner on first and 1 out. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Colin Nowicek just tooling with the Merchants right now. That's back-to-back strikeouts for Colin.
Really nice arm side run there on that pitch. Tough to tell if it was the heater or the changeup, but either way, Colin Nowicek mowing the Merchants down right now.
2 away in the top of the 2nd inning. Runner on first. That'll bring up the former Crawdad Emmett Finney. Hitting out of the right side. Swing and a miss. Back picked over to first. Not in time as Justice tried to nab O'Sullivan. Finney hitless in his last 2 games. Homered against the Crawdads on opening day. That was his only homer of the year. Former Crawdad in 2023. Nowicek looks at first. Now the 0-1. In there for a strike. Like that. At least, what, 6 straight strikes from Colin Nowicek?
Absolutely. He's been painting the zone right now, overpowering these Merchants hitters.
Quickly 0-2. The pitch. Runner goes. Justice. The throw. Throw was on line, but Calvillo was not in position for it, and the runner's safe. So Sullivan swipes second. 1-2 on Finney after the pitch was called a ball. Finney readies up on the right side. Runner goes to third. Pitch outside. No throw as O'Sullivan's in the 3rd standing.
Yeah, no attempt to try and catch him from the Crawdads. He had a really good jump over at second. They're just trying to get Finney retired here.
Yeah, Justice thought it was a strike just outside. The 2-2. Fastball runs inside. Count full on Emmett Finney.
Nowicek looks like he's a little flustered after he didn't get that last strike called, or that last ball called, excuse me. So probably should just take a breath, reset, get the punch out.
Comes set at the belt, not worrying about the runner on third. The 3-2, swing and a miss. 3 straight Ks for Colin Nowicek. And that'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd inning, scoreless between the Crawdads and the Merchants. Crawdads and Merchants still scoreless as we begin the bottom of the second inning. Zach Justice, Cam Taylor, Riley Leininger, the heart of the Crawdads order due up against Rocco Borelli, still on the hill. Retired the Crawdads in order in the top of the first. Excuse me, the bottom of the first. Zach Justice digs in. He's been hot as of late. Hits in 3 of his last 4. Back-to-back games with an extra base hit. Righty hitter waits from the righty pitcher in there for a strike. Big spinning breaking ball outside corner, 0-1. Justice homered in Sonoma a couple of games back. Doubled on Sunday in the loss. The 0-1 from Borelli. Line left side into left field for a base hit. Justice turning at first. He'll stay there. And it's a leadoff single in the bottom of the first for Zach Justice.
He's been aggressive really early in his first at-bats in the last 3 games, Casey. All 3 of his hits past couple games have come in the first inning. He's been really hot on top of these balls.
He's been hitting with a lot of grit, a lot of force, pulling the ball to the left side. That'll bring up Cam Taylor as Borelli goes to the stretch. Lefty hitter Taylor's also been hot as of late on a 4-game hit streak with 6 hits total across that stretch. Runner on first, the first offering fouled left side, 0-1. Not only that, but Taylor's been on base in every single game, 22 in a row. 3-game RBI streak as well. Point is, he's been swinging the bat well. He's been taking pitches when he needs to, not striking out as much as he did earlier in the year.
Yeah, really mature approach from Cam Taylor of late.
Justice at first, the 0-1 inside, fastball, knee level, 1-1. And Taylor still leads the team in strikeouts with 21, but that number has gone down a bit these past few games. Not having these multi-strikeout games like he might have had earlier in the season. Borelli nods to the side. Now the 1-1. Outside fastball. 2-1 as the catcher, Nix, looks over at Justice on first. No throw. Taylor still in the portal out of Eastern Kentucky. Another guy who's had a pretty winding college career. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. Around the knees, 86 miles an hour, 2-2. Taylor adjusting his batting gloves. No outs in the bottom of the second inning. Jensen Crawdads searching for first true offense of this game. Borelli towing the first base side of the rubber, comes set at the belt. Now the 2-2 pitch. And just a bit low on the breaking ball. 3-2 on Cam Taylor. A guy that saw sparing playing time earlier in the month, but has been an everydayer these past few weeks. Borelli ready for the payoff pitch on the hill. Justice with a very short lead at first. The 3-2. Hit straight up the middle. Shortstop Jeremiah picks it up, flips to second for 1. Over to first in time. 6-4-3 double play. Kills Twins as the Crawdads blow the opportunity.
Yeah, really tough for Cam Taylor there. Borelli gave him a tough pitch to hit. He lined it up the middle, but a nice play from Jeremiah, who was shifted over to his left in order to capitalize on that opportunity.
Good defensive positioning from Jeremiah. Makes it 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Base is empty for the lefty hitter, Riley Leininger. It's been colder as of late after a hot end of the first half of the season. It's the first offering him. Fastball just a bit low, 1-0. Had a scorching end to that first half. Was named a CCL All-Star, but hitless in his last 3 games since. Borelli's 1-0 pitch, inside, 2-0. And we talk about a good approach. Leininger has just that. 22 walks on the year. Has the only triple by an active Crawdad. Really cerebral approach at the plate. The 2-0, swing and a miss. Fastball outside, 2-1. Has 7 multi-hit games on the year. Guy who, when is hot, he's really scorching hot. Waits for the 2-1 pitch. Borelli dishes outside corner for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Crawdads got the first hit of the game, but the double play retired 2.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Casey, when Leininger's hot, he's confident. He's able to swing really well.
Borelli's 2-2 offering. Swing and a miss. High fastball gets Leininger to wave, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the top of the third. 0-0 ball game in Danville. Back in Danville for the beginning of the bottom of the third inning. Excuse me, top of the third inning. The 9-1-2 due up for Alameda. Nowacek is looking very good so far for the Crawdads on the mound. 4 strikeouts, including 3 last inning after giving up a walk to Brendan O'Sullivan, who stole 2 bases as well. The 9-hole hitter is Chase Ditmar. He'll dig in on the right side against the lefty Nowacek. Ditmar struggled as of late, 1 hit in his last 5 games. Has had an issue with the strikeout as well. 16 of those on the year and only 3 walks. First offering from Nowacek in there for a strike. Fastball around the knees, 0-1. Ditmar, rising redshirt junior out of UNLV, but he's in the transfer portal, native of Las Vegas. The 0-1, a little bit low. 80-mile-an-hour breaking ball, 1-1. Ditmar had a pretty solid career at UNLV, playing 3 seasons, 263 average across the 3. The 1-1, fastball high and tight. 2-1 on Chase. First year with the Merchants. He's a 4-year letterman at the Basic Academy. Big offensive numbers for him there. The 2-1, fastball high and actually off the tip of the glove from Zach Justice. Runs to the backstop, 3-1.
It's rare we see Justice miss a pitch. Such a good receiver.
Lucky that no one's on base. Nowacek puts the glove up. Now the 3-1 pitch. Popped foul behind us. Count runs full. Lineup will flip over after him to Dominic Nahar. Ditmar hitting 176. Mentioned the strikeout issues for him. Had a double 2 games ago, but that's really been his only true hit these past few games. The 3-2, foul again, right side. Count stays at 3-2. He's another guy that has seen playing time kind of go up and down. Didn't play much after the middle of June, and then came back in early July for games. The 3-2 pitch from Nowacek, a little bit high. A close miss on the 74-mile-an-hour breaking pitch. And it's the leadoff walk to start the top of the 3rd for Alameda.
That is a really good miss. That breaking ball, I thought, just got the top 1/3 of the zone, but instead it's a walk, so credits to Ditmar for holding up.
That's the 2nd walk dished out by Nowacek. He also had the hit by pitch. As the lineup flips over to Dominic Nahar, one of the best hitters in the North, a CCL All-Star, as he lines one hard to left center field. It dies a bit for Joe Kuplin, the left fielder, who goes up and makes the grab for the first out of the top of the 3rd.
First time Kuplin's been tested, making his first start in left field for the Crawdads this season. Took care of that one pretty well, I'd say.
Absolutely, a guy who can kind of play everywhere, as we know. 1 out in the top of the 3rd, runner still at first, Chase Ditmar. That'll bring up Jace Jeremiah, who is a K victim in the 1st inning. One of the 4 that Nowacek has dished out. Righty hitter, lefty pitcher. Nowacek peers at first, now home. As he dishes a ball low, gets through the 5-hole of Zach Justice. Runner advances. Likely a pass ball there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Two-seamer had a little bit too much movement, bit of sink action. Got away from the low part of the zone and away from Justice's glove.
1-0 on Jeremiah. Mentioned the success he's had at St. John's. Hit .312 in 2025. Program known for, or university rather, known for its basketball team, but a guy who really had a lot of success. The 1-0, fouled straight back, 1-1. In his 2nd season with Alameda, Jeremiah also played in the Independence League and the New England Collegiate League. But had really good success in the independent ranks. The 1-1, fastball outside, 2-1. With Western Nebraska, hit .361 in 2022. Hasn't had the same success since with Alameda, but still a guy they pencil in at the top of the order. Runner over at 2nd. The 2-1, fouled right side, 2-2. Going back to the pass ball, absolutely right. You don't really see that type of defensive mistake from Zach Justice. You hope that he can stay out of his head and make some good defensive plays going forward. Had the really good throw that fortunately couldn't catch the runner last inning as the 2-2 is outside, 3-2. Nowacek going back to the fastball.
Yeah, and that one wasn't entirely Justice's fault. I think Noachik just has so much movement on his pitches. Sometimes it's hard to know where exactly they're going to be.
Set at the belt for another 3-2. Here it comes. Hit straight up the middle into center for a base hit. Ditmar turns third. The throw cut off by Joey Donnelly, and the run scores. It's an RBI single for Jace Jeremiah. 1-0 Merchants with one out in the top of the third.
Just a really good piece of hitting from Jace Jeremiah. Payoff pitch, has to, put it into play and lines it up the middle. No one can get there.
So it's 1-0 Merchants for the three-hole hitter, Aiden Tackless. Was hit by a pitch in the first, stranded there. 1-0 Merchants with now Jeremiah over at first base. Noachik stares at him, now home to the lefty hitter, in there for a strike. Fastball knee level, 0-1. Some action in the Merchants bullpen. Mentioned likely not a ton of length from Borelli, so we'll see how that shapes out for the team from Alameda. The 0-1, outside corner, called a strike. 77-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Quickly 0-2 on Tackless. Mentioned the 6 hits in 10 games this year. Had two games ago at Slow, as he chops it foul right side on the 0-2. Tackless started out at College of San Mateo. We've seen a lot of guys this season, alumni or current players there. The 0-2 from Noachik. Popped up left side in foul territory. Third base side. Leininger in the Merchants bullpen rather, makes the catch for the second out of the top of the third.
Athletic play over at third base from Riley Leininger. Not an easy ball to track even in the clouds. His defense continues to be pretty stalwart over at the hot corner.
Absolutely. 2 outs in the inning. Jeremiah still at first for Tui Amosa. Man from New Zealand grounded out in the first inning. Noachik struggles. Now from the stretch fires a strike, 0-1. Amosa, a new addition to the Blues, to the Merchants, debuted against the Blues 2 games ago. The 0-1 outside, 1-1. Played at Ranger College last season. Hit .302 there. That's in Texas. Now he's coming over to California. The 1-1. Fastball in there for a strike. Low part of the zone. Gets the call. 1-2. Mosa looking to extend the inning. Merchants have already gotten 1. The 1-2. Outside. Does not get the swing. 2-2. Noachik still trying to settle in. Had a really good inning in the second. Struck out 3. He's gone a few outs this inning, but trying to sit him down. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. A late call from the umpire, but that's the 5th strikeout for Colin Noachik. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning. 1-0 Alameda.
One.
New pitcher is Nick Fenton for the Alameda Merchants, relieving the day of Rocco Borelli, who had a really solid day, giving up just one single and nothing else. Borelli enters today with a 19.2 ERA this season for Alameda, coming out of Laney College. Again, a small sample size, though. He's given up 5 earned runs in 2 1/3 innings of work. Righty-on-righty matchup as Joe Coupland, the 7-hole hitter, digs in for the first time. Fenton from the windup as it's hit hard up the middle on the ground. The shortstop, Jeremiah, picks it up, throws to first in time for the first out of the bottom of the 3rd.
Wow, that was a really athletic play over there from Jeremiah. He's had a couple of nice ones at shortstop. Robs Coupland of what should have been a base hit, frankly.
Absolutely. I'll bring up the lefty hitter, Ryan Ellis. Ellis struggling a little bit recently, trying to find his spaghetti and marinara here on Tuesday. With 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd, he takes fastball outside, 1-0. Mentioned Ellis. 1 hit in his last 4 games, walked quite a bit lately, and that's what makes him valuable right now. The 1-0 pops it high up in the air, shallow right field. It's going to be the right fielder tackless to wave off the infielders for the 2nd out of the bottom of the 3rd.
Crawdads perhaps a bit over-aggressive right now against the new pitcher, Fenton. They're really eager to put the ball in play. They haven't hit it well first 2 at-bats. We'll see if DeFazio can change things here.
The only Crawdad to get aboard so far is Zach Justice, and he was retired quickly after the double play. So DeFazio, the 9-hole hitter, trying to change the Crawdads' misfortunes. They trail 1-0. Righty hitter digs in on a pretty good tear right now as the 2nd highest batting average by an active Crawdad. Has 8 hits in the 11 games he's played this year. 1 extra base hit. Righty-on-righty matchup. Fenton fires, pops up high in the air, right side of the infield. First baseman Finney in foul territory ranges and makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the 3rd. We'll go to the top of the 4th. Crawdads trail 1-0. Crawdads trail 1-0. They play defense as we begin the top of the 4th inning. It'll be 5, 6, 7 due up once again for Alameda. O'Sullivan, Bollinger, Nix against the lefty Noah Chick, who has struck out 5 so far. He's given up the 1 run. Trying to go for as much length as he can today. The Crawdads desperately need to win. They don't want to get jumped by the Merchants in the standings. So the righty hitter O'Sullivan digs in. He walked and stole 2 bases in the 2nd inning. Nowichik puts the glove out, now winds and deals. Breaking ball outside, 1-0. Sullivan has been on base a lot more recently, including today so far. The 1-0, half swing from him. He went around, 1-1. Mentioned the Crawdads 2-3 against the Merchants this year. Merchants has held the Crawdads to under 3 runs 3 times this year. It's really hard for Walnut Creek to hit off these guys. The 1-1, breaking ball inside, 2-1. And across those games, 1 shutout and 1 game where the Crawdads only had 1 run. Both teams 4-6 in their last 10. Looking to get off the skids. The 2-1, Fastball hard to the plate, called a strike. 2-2. Crawdads had a rambunctious start to the season, including a 7-game win streak, but have quieted down recently, making a big push for the playoffs. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove of Justice, and that's 6 strikeouts for Colin Nowacek. 1 out in the top of the 4th.
Apart from the RBI single, Casey Nowacek is just dealing right now. Stuff is swing and miss. Really, hitters having a big problem with it. He's just allowed 1 hit on the day.
Yeah, 1 hit, and unfortunately allowed a run for him after the walk. So that'll bring up Jack Bollinger, lefty hitting left fielder. Lefty on lefty matchup. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. Bollinger struck out in the 2nd inning, one of 3 K victims in a row in that inning. The 0-1 to Bollinger. Fastball outside, 1-1. A close miss. Bollinger from Boulder Creek, California. Guy who's played at 3 different college programs. The 1-1. Fastball way outside in the opposite batter's box. 2-1. Mentioned he missed a month, but has been very good since. Merchants need timely hitting at this point in the year if they want to make a push for the playoffs. 2-1. Hit softly to right field, and it's going to drop in front of Calvillo, who makes the run from second. So it's a 1-out single in the top of the 4th, and Nowacek will go back to the stretch. That'll bring up Jerry Nix, the righty hitting catcher, with 1 out and a man on first in the top of the 4th. Nix, another strikeout victim in this game. Nowacek will work out of the stretch. He's allowed a base runner in every inning so far now. Nix digs out of the right side. Nowacek deals as it's lined foul right side. 0-1 on Jerry Nix. Full name is Gerald, but goes by Jerry. That's 3 hits in 4 games. It's been solid ever since joining the Merchants just a few weeks ago. The 0-1 as he lines it high and foul right side again. Quickly 0-2 on Nix. Merchants coming off a series in slow. Crawdads went there during a patriotic weekend after July 4th and struggled, losing 2 games. Man, at first the 0-2 with 1 out. Fastball just off the plate, 1-2. Good take there from Jerry Nix. He digs back in against Nowacek, looking for another K. The 1-2 pitch, runner goes as it's slapped the other way, foul right side. That would have been an opportunity for the runner Bollinger to score if that one landed in fair territory.
Yeah, Nix had the right idea. Cam Taylor in right field, playing more towards right center. Lots of real estate between him and the foul territory line.
The 1-2. Lined again, oh, the other way. Foul this time, completely out of play. We'll do 1-2 again.
It looks like he's just a bit late on these offerings from Nowacek. A couple fastballs here. Wouldn't be surprised to see another breaking pitch from the lefty.
Nix has showed so far this season for the Merchants he can go the other way in a limited sample size. The 1-2, high fastball, 2-2. Nowacek losing a little bit of heat on some of these pitches ever since topped out at around 90 earlier in the game. Shakes off his side, now agrees. Comes set at the belt, the runner at first and 2 outs. Or 1 out, excuse me. The 2-2, fastball just off the plate. Close take from Nix, count runs full.
Nowacek's been pitching Nix away towards that left-handed batter's box. Haven't seen him go inside yet. Wonder if he'll try one here.
Nix has fouled some of them off, and again to the other way. The payoff pitch, runner goes as it's shot up in the air right side. It's going to drop foul as Joey Donnelly chases. Really good at bat, excellent at bat from Jerry Nix.
Absolutely, he's making Nowacek work. It's going to be tough for the lefty to go too much further into this game. Probably only have another inning maximum as the pitch count really working up here.
Nowicek set at the belt, ready for the 3-2. Here it comes. Runner goes. Grounded on the right side. Donnelly leaps up and grabs it. He'll step on the first base bag. Runner trying for third. The throw pops out of the glove of Leininger. Smart base running. And actually called a balk. So it'll actually be runner at second. The ground out will be canceled. Count goes back to 3-2. A late call. We've seen a lot of late calls from the umpire.
Yeah, a little bit interesting here, Casey. I don't quite get it. I thought Nowicek's set was fine, but I guess the umpire saw something we didn't.
Interesting call. So Bollinger goes to second. It'll be 3-2 again on Nix, who will have another chance to swing the bat or take. He's worked a really good at bat here against Nowicek. Pitcher who's hard to hit off of. 3-2 on him. Nix waits, and a spinning attempt by Nowicek to try to get the runner at second. No throw.
And no one covering the bag, trying to get the ground out over at first. It's the most important play.
Nowicek staring in. Now back at second. The 3-2 pitch. Hit hard, straightaway center field. Johnson ranging back. He'll make the catch. Runner tagging. And Bollinger will get into third base without a throw to third. Really productive out for Nix.
Yeah, definitely productive out, and ultimately the same result as that ground out would have been, as Bollinger used that speed to get to third on the balk.
Good point. As that'll bring up Emmett Finney, strikeout victim in the second. Mentioned Finney's history with the Crawdads, played with them in 2023. Only hit 167 in 12 games with one home run. Hit well before the All-Star break. His on-base percentage over 400 as he pops up the first offering from Nowicek, throws the bat. And it'll be Cam Calvillo right side of the infield to make the catch. Side retired after a single and a runner moving to third. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Merchants lead 1-0. Nick Fenton try to get through his second inning of work as we begin the bottom of the fourth. Crawdads have just the one hit so far. It was Zach Justice in the second inning. But the Alameda pitching staff has still faced the minimum. So the lineup will turn over to Trey Johnson to lead off this inning. 1-2-3 due up for the Crawdads. Johnson 0 for 1. Grounded out to first base his first time up. Lefty hitter digs in. Guy who started the year at leadoff, moved around a bit, now back at leadoff. Lefty hitter against the righty pitcher Fenton. Did really good work in the third inning. Leg kick, now the first offering. Fastball just a bit away, 1-0. Johnson homered in the preseason. He's searching for the power again. It's a hard place to hit home runs. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled left side out of play. 1-1 to Trey. Guy who has hits in 7 of his last 8 games. Back-to-back games with a double as well. And an RBI against the Stompers on July 19th. From the windup, the 1-1 from Fenton outside. 80-mile-an-hour breaking pitch, 2-1. Fenton puts the glove up, looks in for the sign. Now he winds and deals the 2-1. Fouled again, back. 2-2. Johnson trying to be the on-base machine he was earlier in the year. Started the year hitting over 300 consistently. The 2-2 fastball outside, 3-2. He's hitting 235 now, a guy who still gets on base quite a bit. But a pivotal point in the year for the Crawdads. The windup, the 3-2 pitch. Fastball high and away. Leadoff walk for Trey Johnson in the bottom of the 4th.
It's a really nice adjustment for the Crawdads. They were swinging at everything early in the count in the first couple innings. Now Johnson pretty much took most of those pitches, forced Fenton to work, drive up the pitch count. I like the approach now. Be patient, wait for good things to hit.
No reason to unleash a preposterous swing and waste opportunities when you can get those free passes.
Exactly right.
Man on first, nobody out in the bottom of the 4th for Cam Calvillo. As he digs in, he lined out to second base. O'Sullivan made a really nice leaping grab to retire him earlier in the game. Fenton out of the stretch for the first time. As he deals, Calvillo takes a strike over the heart of the plate. Fastball 0-1. Crawdads a little bit of movement in their bullpen. No one throwing off the hill yet. Fenton throws over to first. Johnson back in head first. Calvillo, a guy who's been pretty streaky this year. Had his first home run last week. Trying to extend the 11-game on-base streak. The 0-1. Calvillo grounds it over to shortstop. To second for 1. Over to first. Not in time. They get the 1, but not the second. As Johnson's retired at second, they said that the first baseman, Finney, was pulled off the bag.
Good job, Calvillo, legging it out, making it a close play over at first, but not what the Crawdads wanted there, but was patient at least, waited for something to hit.
That brings up Joey Donnelly with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. And over at first, Calvillo. Donnelly, the best hitter this year for the Crawdads, one of the best hitters in the league. Calvillo, guy maybe a threat to go as Donnelly digs in on the left side. Joey's the only Crawdad with triple-digit at-bats. Entered today with 100 on the dot. Calvillo goes, swing and a miss from Donnelly. The throw in the dirt. Not in time. That throw was 10 feet in front of second base.
Yeah, he double clutched it a little bit at home plate and then kind of sputtered into the grass.
It was a swing and a miss from Donnelly. So he readies up. Patriotic look for him today with his red, white, and blue regalia on. As he hits one high up in the air. Shallow left field for Bollinger. He'll take 2 steps back, make the catch. No tag up from Calvillo. So 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Calvillo still at second base. For Zach Justice, who to this point has the lone Crawdad hit today. He singled in the second. Now riding a 3-game hit streak, he digs in on the right side. Cam Taylor would be next. Crawdads trail 1-0. Tying run over at second. Justice homered for the 3rd time as Fenton throws over to second. No one covering. He throws exactly at the second base spot to O'Sullivan. Justice wants to get on base more, hitting 179 on the year, but he's hit a lot better as of late as he swings and misses at the first offering, 0-1. But he is playing the best baseball of his season right now.
Absolutely. Putting the ball in play, just making good contact, letting the rest take care of itself.
A hard hit single earlier. The 0-1 from Fenton. Opposite batter's box fastball, 1-1. Justice digs back in. Trying to drive in the runner from second, Calvillo, or stole the second base earlier. The 1-1, fouled straight back. 1-2. Justice, the top-ranked catcher originally out of Oregon for his high school ball, at least. He grew up in the Bay Area prior to that. Didn't play much at Oregon in 2025. 2 games of action after a redshirt year in 2024. The righty Fenton from the stretch, the 1-2. Lines it foul out of play right side. Count still at 1-2.
Good protect swing there from Justice, trying to get something he can muscle into the outfield.
2 outs in the inning, 1-2 on Justice. Calvillo at second. Crawdads still with just 1 hit. Alameda has 2. And the lead right now. The 1-2. Breaking ball foul to the screen. 1-2. Still. Justice in his second year in summer ball. Played with the Kenosha Kingfish of the Northwoods League last year. A lot of former Northwoods guys in the CCL. A league that spans across a lot of states in the United States. The 1-2. Fastball high, 2-2. Zach trying to work a good at-bat here. Fenton, the second pitcher we've seen so far for the Merchants, relieving Borelli. The 2-2 pitch. Grounds it high over to shortstop. Jeremiah eats him up. He tried to field the hop. And it's going to be ruled a base hit. That's the second of the day for Justice. He has 2 singles. Now runners on the corners with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, really good contact. High, really high chopper. That's going to be tough for any shortstop. Jeremiah has flashed his defensive prowess, but really tough to get there on the weird hop.
That was a nefarious bounce over to short, and he tried to stab at it with the glove, but didn't get the fortune.
Absolutely right. Now Crawdads, big opportunity. They've got to capitalize here.
2 outs for Cam Taylor. Runners on the corners. Crawdads trail 1-0. Now even in hits, 2-2. Lefty hitter takes a strike outside corner, 0-1. Taylor grounded into a double play in the second inning. But again, has been hitting the ball a lot harder, hitting it to both sides these past few weeks. The 0-1, big hack and a miss. Lower part of the plate. 0-2. Taylor currently in the transfer portal, trying to find his 4th college. Throw over to first from Fenton. Justice back in, no issue.
Definitely an interesting decision with Justice taking maybe a 1-step lead. He was not far from first.
Didn't have a big lead when he got aboard in the second inning either. Playing it safe. The 0-2 pitch. Grounds it over to second base, running O'Sullivan to his left. Underhand flip to first in time, and the side is retired. Crawdads get some traffic. They leave runners on first and third on 1 hit and a walk. We'll go to the top of the 5th inning, 1-0 Merchants. Low scoring affair so far, 1-0 Merchants. New pitcher for the Crawdads, Edward Saeed, relieves Colin Nowacek, who all things considered had a good day. Give up the 1 run, but he struck out 6, check that. Across 4 innings of work, had at least 1 K in every inning. Saeed having a good season so far, 1.74 ERA, 1 start, 7 appearances. They'll face Chase Ditmar to lead off this inning, 9-1-2. Righty-on-righty matchup. Saeed kicks and deals. Fastball in there for a strike, 85 on the dot. 0-1. Ditmar walked and scored in the 3rd. Advanced on the pass Paul and then came around after the Jace Jeremiah single. Saeed steps off, quickly calling for his catcher Justice to talk to him.
Yeah, Saeed's a guy who's got really pinpoint command. Casey has a nice high 80s fastball paired with a curveball and a changeup. So just trying to get on the same page as Justice so he can try and beat Spotless, which he's arguably been most of the season.
He's one of 4 pitchers on the Crawdads with an ERA under 2. Aiden White has the only ERA under 1, 0.94. The 0-1 to Ditmar, and he loses handle of it. Clips him right in the back. It's going to be a leadoff hit by pitch to Ditmar in the top of the 5th. That's his 2nd time reaching base on the free pass. He jogs to first. Seems to be okay. It looks like Saeed just lost handle and control of the breaking ball.
Yeah, it just jumped out of the hand too early. Ran well into the right-handed hitter.
So nobody out, man on first for Dominic Nahar. Really tough out, although he's been retired twice today. 0-for-2. Righty-on-righty matchup as Saeed dishes a ball inside, 1-0. Nahar leads active Merchants in average, hitting .340. He's also 3rd in the CCL North. Also leads the Merchants in hits with 35. Has no home runs, not a big power guy, but a guy who gets on base a whole lot. .404 on base percentage. The 1-0. Fastball high, 2-0 to Nahar. Nahar coming off a really good performance at San Luis Obispo. Had 2 singles, a walk, an RBI, and 2 stolen bases. Has 12 hits against the Crawdads this year in 5 games as well. The 2-2. Pops it up. Left side, foul. Be 2-1 on Dominic Nahar.
Yeah, just a guy with a really clean right-handed swing. Really good bat speed, gets it to the ball. Lightning quick. Able to turn that into a lot of hits with plenty of speed as well to leg out those ground balls.
He's been a Crawdad killer this year. Every game he's had multi-hit games against the Crawdads. But already retired twice. Saeed throws over to first. Check on the runner, Ditmar, who gets back in. Nahar, actually a former Menlo Park legend last year. Going to the Merchants this year for his first season with them. The 2-1, outside, 84-mile-an-hour heater. 3-1. Saeed struggling to get it over the plate.
Yeah, not quite what we're used to seeing from him. Usually he's been really good at locating. He's got to find his groove.
The 3-1 pitch. Fastball inside. Quick take from Nahar. Hit by pitch and a walk to start the top of the 5th. 2 on, nobody out for the Merchants.
This one was close entering today. Crawdads really need to be careful here, limit the damage with 2 aboard. Don't want to let this one get out of hand.
Crawdads have 3 home games left, including today. A team that has not played all that well at home these past few weeks at least. Haven't won a game at home in nearly 2 weeks. July 9th was the last one they were able to squeak out. Infield in on the corners. Saeed dishes outside to Jace Jeremiah, who of course had the RBI single in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2. Crawdads have had 3 straight winning seasons, trying to make it 4. But this year has been rocky at best. The 1-0. Hits it hard right side of the infield, squeaks through for a base hit. Here comes Ditmar. He's going to score. Nahar to 3rd, and it's runners on the corners for the Merchants as they get another one. Still nobody out. 2 RBI singles in the game for Jeremiah.
Yeah, he's having himself a day, Casey. Not flashing the power or anything, just putting the ball into play. Good contact with the barrel.
Saeed struggling as pitching coach Dustin Cheney will make his walk to the mound. Crawdads don't have anyone warming up in the bullpen quite yet. But this inning's been hit by pitch, walk, and then RBI single. As Ditmar scored both the runs for the Merchants, they lead 2-0, and Jeremiah has driven in both. Some of these matchups between these two teams have not been high scoring, but runs have really come at a premium either way. So looks like finally somebody getting warm in the Crawdads bullpen.
Yeah, Brady Wilson's scheduled to pitch next for Walnut Creek, a guy who's been really solid. Hopefully Saeed can turn it around, but if not, at least manager Brant Cummings knows he's got a pretty good arm ready to go should he be needed.
A longer discussion than usual from Dustin Cheney along with the Crawdads infielders to Edward Saeed as finally it breaks up. Saeed trying to find the heart of the plate without giving up too much contact. Both teams 4-6 in their last 10, like I mentioned. The North at an interesting point where the Stompers and the Blues both really hot, each 7-3 in their last 10. Merchants trying to break up their 4-game losing streak. Runner goes to second. What a jump from Jeremiah. Saeed had no look over to him.
No, didn't even glance at it. And Justice might have had a chance should he have thrown, but if he did, Nahar would have come home to score. So did the right thing, feigning the throw.
Second and third, nobody out. As Aiden Tackless digs in on the left side. The first pitch to him, inside fastball, 1-0. Saeed has to be careful. The infield's in for the Crawdads on the corners. Middle of the infield back. The 1-0. Fastball outside. 3-0 to Tackless. And it feels like Saeed's sort of pitching from the windup still, even though there's runners on.
Yeah, he's got a really long delivery, no matter the stretch or the windup. Kind of just needs to get that momentum.
The 3-0. Fastball gets him over. Heart of the plate, 3-1. Tackless hit by a pitch and popped out earlier in the game. Heading out of the 3-hole. Saeed's 3-1. Chops it on the ground over to second base. Calvillo picks it up, flips to first, while Nahar scores. So 1 out, 3-0 Merchants.
Finally, the Crawdads able to get an out in this inning, but productive out at that for Aiden Tackless. Another runner across. Crawdads have to try and keep it close.
So it's a 4-3 ground out that brings in a run as Nahar scores. As is also on the play, Jeremiah over to third. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Amosa. He's 0 for 2. First offering to him inside, 1-0. 1 out in the top of the fifth. Crawdads have not had much offense yet as all the infielders come in, all touching the grass. The 1-0, fastball away. Saeed missing either direction, now 2-0.
Yeah, really has had a whole lot of trouble finding strikes here in this appearance, Casey. He's only thrown a couple in the last few batters.
The 2-0 from Saeed. Chops it high right side into the outfield for a base hit. Calvillo was playing way in, and it bounced just over his head. It's an RBI single for Amosa as Jeremiah trots in, 4-0 Merchants. So now 2 singles in the inning, 2 free passes handed out as well. 3 runs scored in the inning for the Merchants with only 1 out in the top of the fifth. That brings up Brendan O'Sullivan. Walked in the second, stole a pair of bags, and struck out. Runner at first, the first offering to him in there for a strike. Breaking ball outside part of the plate, 0-1. O'Sullivan had a very good defensive play earlier in the game as well. Robbing a hit over at second base. The 0-1. In there for a strike again. Quickly 0-2 on the floating breaking ball. Crawdads would love to roll a pair here. Their offense hasn't seen much light so far as well. They want to go up and hit again. Finally create some noise. Saeed set at the chest. The 0-2 inside, 1-2. O'Sullivan, 22 years of age. And a really good JUCO career at San Joaquin Delta. All Big 8 first team in 2023. before going to UNLV. The 1-2, fouls it straight back. 1-2 again. And he's no stranger to driving guys in. 58 career RBIs at UNLV in 2 seasons. He slugged 600 in 2024. The 1-2 from Saeed. Pops it up high up in the air, middle of the infield. It'll be the third baseman Leininger to glove it, or the second out of the top of the 5th with the runner still at first.
Good job there, inducing weak contact, and a nice play from Leininger. Probably should have been Donnelly's ball over from first, but clearly had a read on it and did a nice job calling for it.
So 2 outs for Jack Bollinger as one of the 4 Merchants hits. He singled in the 4th inning. Also struck out, so he's 1 for 2. Saeed looks over to first, now throws there. Mimosa back in. Merchants haven't won a game in a bit. This would be a huge win for him today. As it's chopped slowly on the ground over to second base. Calvillo eats him up, throws to first, not in time. E4 from Cam Calvillo, as he can't ground it cleanly. And the inning continues.
Credit to Saeed, had another nice soft contact pitch induced. Tough bounce though over there for Calvillo. Veteran guy who really hasn't made too many errors at second.
That'll do it for Saeed. Brent Cummings comes out. Brady Wilson will take over with 2 outs in the top of the 5th, already 3 runs across. It's 4-0 Merchants here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. The new pitcher's Brady Wilson. He comes in for Saeed, who only recorded 2 outs and gave up 3 runs. Runners on first and second, 2 outs in the top of the 5th for Jerry Nix. Wilson with a 5 ERA this year. 2-way player. First offering, fastball low. Throw over to first on the back pick. And it's a late called strike, so it's 0-1. The umpire taking his sweet time.
Well, I had to deal with both the back pick and the appeal over to him. Home plate umpire didn't call it himself.
Still got to call the strike, though.
True.
The 0-1 from Wilson is low, 1-1. Nix today, 0 for 2. Struck out and flied out. One of the reinforcements for the Merchants. You see a lot of these teams at this point in the year bring in and outsource players. Crawdads have done it as well. A lot of guys leaving. The 1-1. Grounds it hard right side. Donnelly picks it up. He'll run to first Wow, what a defensive play from Joey Donnelly to end the inning, finally, after the Merchants put up 3. Alameda leads 4-0 on Walnut Creek. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Charlie Limoncelli taking over on the call.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 5th on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. Crawdads down by 4 on the Alameda Merchants after Edward Saeed allowed 3 runs in the top of the 5th. Colin Nowacek, the starter, allowed just 1 on 2 hits. Either way, Crawdad offense has been very slow, just 2 hits. As it's 6-7-8 due up Riley Leininger, Joe Coupland, Ryan Ellis against Nick Fenton, still on the mound, trying to get through 3 innings of work. Fenton has allowed just 1 hit in relief of Rocco Borelli. First offering to Leininger, belted into right center field, down for a base hit. Maybe extra bases as he turns from first. He'll go into second standing. Tackless gets there late at the warning track.
That's the Riley Leininger we know and love. Struggled these past 3 games, and I'd love to know what the exit velocity is on that because he crushed that ball. Line drive out to the gap.
104 miles an hour off the bat of Riley Leininger, who's crushed baseballs all year long, Casey, has been robbed of approximately 5 homers that were around 100 miles an hour thanks to the wind.
Yeah, the wind picking up a little bit today, but really good to see Leininger get to the bat to the ball and line that one hard, finally.
Absolutely. Just put it right on a line into right center. Either way, a runner in scoring position early in the bottom of the 5th for Joe Coupland, the left fielder. First offering from Fenton, fastball inner third, strike 1. Coupland, his first start in left field on the season. His first at bat in the 3rd, he grounded out to short. Chabot college man trying to change his fortunes today. The 0-1, fastball upper 3rd, strike 2 called. Coupland has seen a lot more action of late, has hits in back-to-back games. It's 2 for 4 on July 19th in Sonoma. The 0-2, soft ground ball over to first. Finney collects. He'll flip to Fenton, who covers for the out. Leininger does move over to 3rd, though. A productive out.
Yeah, absolutely. At this point in the game, you have to take what you can get if you're the Crawdads. A lot of baseball to be played, but they haven't been able to really do much at all. So good out from Coupland.
Absolutely. RBI chance for Ryan Ellis, the designated hitter in the 8-hole. As there is action in the Alameda Merchants bullpen. Cole Airhorn, the right-hander, up and warming.
We kind of knew this was going to be a pitcher by committee game for Alameda. For the Crawdads, not so much. So unfortunate that Nowacek did so well, and they're at the point they are in a 4-run deficit.
Fenton's first offering to Ellis, fastball low. And you're right, a little bit of a game that hasn't gone the Crawdads' way thus far, but still plenty of time to change their fortunes. The 1-0 to Ellis, fastball outside.
It's felt like, today in these past few games, the wrong bounce, sort of middling them into holes. We saw that defensively last inning especially.
Yeah, unfortunate error from Cam Calvillo over at second. The 2-0 to Ellis. Fastball on the outer third. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Peoria, Arizona native, a left-hander who has 1 hit in his past 4 appearances. 1 for 3 on Friday against the Stompers in that 10-6 loss. The 2-1 from Fenton. Another fastball away. Hitters count for Ellis. Leininger 90 feet away from being the first runner across for Walnut Creek. Ellis bounced around a couple programs, former St. Mary's Gale, also went to UT Arlington. The 3-1. Slow breaking ball away. Ellis walked on 5 pitches. Runners on the corners for the 9-hole man, Nico DeFazio, a guy who, apart from Sunday, Casey, has been red hot of late.
He has. There's a guy who just recently got his first extra base hit of the year, and he's a guy who also can go the other way.
Here comes TC Fairfield for Alameda. Potentially a pitching change, maybe just a mound conference. We shall see. Fenton in the infield. Gonna have a chat either way.
I think he also is their pitching coach.
Definitely a guy with a pitching background. He's been quite involved at multiple programs now across different summer leagues, the West Coast League, Bay Area Collegiate League, now the CCL.
Yeah, you're right. Might just be a quick conversation. Fenton's done a pretty good job outside of the recent double we just saw.
Yeah, he's just allowed 2 hits, 4 base runners total on a pair of walks in addition. Either way, it's DeFazio up, who has hits in 4 of his last 5 games. Prior to Sunday's loss to the Stompers, had a 4-game hit streak. 4 hits total in 3 games against Sonoma. First pitch from Fenton to the right-handed shortstop, low and away. 1-0. Ellis at first, Leininger at third. Not the fastest guys on the base pass for Walnut Creek, but they have enough speed to get it done. The 1-0. Breaking ball in the dirt. Nix collects, though. Both runners hold. 2-0 to DeFazio. Originally went to Pacific out of high school, then transferred to Chabot, where he played this spring and was magnificent. A .329 hitter in 42 games. Now committed to Houston Christian. Fenton looks into Nix. The 2-0 to the right-hander DeFazio. High chopper over to third. Leininger will come home to score. DeFazio out at first as Ellis moves to second.
It looked like the shortstop, Jeremiah, wanted to make the throw home. He took a big pump toward home, but the right play was going to first. He only give up 1 run. Not the biggest deal.
So now the deficit just 3. 4-1 ball game in favor of the Merchants. Lineup turns over. An RBI chance for Trey Johnson here in the bottom of the 5th. Johnson, since June 26th, is 11 for 36 in 12 games. 305 average as he takes upstairs fastball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Feels like his confidence has gotten a lot better. I think a lot of the young guys like Leininger, Johnson it's been a test for him, we'll say, this season with confidence. Still young guys.
The 1-0 from Fenton. Fastball up and away, called a strike. Trey Johnson shook it off. He'll get back in the batter's box. First time Crawdad, rising sophomore at Skyline College. The 1-1 to him. Fastball runs inside, bounces in the dirt. Ellis takes off from second. He's in safely. The throw offline. Dittmar comes away from the bag.
What a catch from Dittmar to save that ball from going into left field and allowing a run, potentially.
Yeah, really athletic play from the Merchant third baseman. Now the second run for Walnut Creek, 90 feet away. 2-1 at the disc to Trey Johnson, a guy who's got the tools to potentially go D1, Casey. Another good year at Skyline could boost him there. The 2-1 upstairs.
Yeah, absolutely a guy who I'm sure is getting looks already, but this upcoming year is a big test for him.
The 3-1 from Fenton. Johnson hits it on a line, deep center field. Nahar going back, and he puts it into the glove. Sprinted back, then slowed up. Gosh, he's such a good defensive player out there. Either way, Crawdads do get back 1 in the bottom of the 5th. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Alameda still up. 1. Back live for the top of the 6th in the Creek. Alameda Merchants up to bat, leading by 3. Brady Wilson got the last out in the top of the 5th. A hard ground out over to third. He'll face 8-9-1 of the Merchant order. Emmett Finney, Chase Dittmar, and Dominic Nahar. Finney, the former Crawdad, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop-out. Wilson, his 7th appearance, just his 2nd as a reliever. 1-1, a 5.63 ERA. First pitch to Finney, a strike on the inner third. No balls, 1 strike after the 90-mile-an-hour fastball. The 0-1 to Finney, swing and a miss. Wilson dials it up to 91 that time.
Feel higher than normal.
A guy we know can touch 93 at points. The 0-2 breaking ball inside. Former Sac City College guy. Wilson, a 2-way player in 2 seasons there. Will do the same thing at University of the Pacific. The 1-2 hits Finney. Up and in fastball at 91. That really hurts off the hands.
Yeah, especially when it's 90-plus miles an hour. And tough look for Wilson there because he got the quick 0-2. You know he wants the punch out, but misses there badly and hits the batter.
Yeah, it's the 3rd batter the Crawdads have hit on the entire staff.
1 by each pitcher so far.
Exactly, that's where I was about to go. So leadoff man aboard, Chase Dittmar up. Guy who's been aboard twice on a walk and a hit by pitch. He was the 2nd victim, first from Saeed. Dittmar, 176 hitter in 16 games for Alameda. Finney, a short lead as Donnelly covering the first base bag. Middle infield deep and closer to second base. Outfield straight away. First offering from Wilson. Fastball right down the pipe, strike 1. Wilson, a Rio Americano High School graduate out in Sacramento. 0-1 breaking ball, another strike at 79 miles an hour.
Gets another 0-2 count, back-to-back batters.
Wilson sets. The 0-2 from the stretch. Breaking ball hit hard over to third. Leininger misses it with the glove. Now Coupland picks it up in left field. Another base hit for the Merchants, this time courtesy of Chase Dittmar. 2 aboard, no one out in the top of the 6th.
Tough spot there because gets the hit by pitch as he loses handle of it, and then a single that Leininger was close to making the play on. Quickly in a jam.
And it's not like the pitching has been bad other than the hit batter Finney. Wilson has looked good. But lineup turns over. It's Dominic Nahar, the ever-dangerous center fielder. First pitch fouled away behind us, 0-1. Nahar, the rising sophomore at Cal State East Bay, will be a teammate of Crawdad pitcher Noah Zirkle. He just committed there. 0-1 from Wilson, fastball up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. This spring, Nahar earned the Male Freshman Athlete of the Year award with the Pioneers. Hit .329 in 41 games. 1-1 from Wilson. Fastball fouled away, right side, out of play. Nahar 0 for 2 today, a walk in the 5th. Ground out and a fly out otherwise. .340 hitter for the Merchants. The 1-2. Fastball down the middle. 89-mile-an-hour heater at the knees. Stuns Nahar.
Yeah, and Wilson's looked good ever since he's come out of the pen. Well deserving of a strikeout. Finally gets one on the best hitter on the team.
It's definitely a confidence booster for Wilson out there. He's got the first out now in the top of the 6th. Jace Jeremiah in the 2-hole, a guy who's 2 for 3 with 2 RBI singles today. Another RBI chance here with Finney at second. Wilson kicks and deals, a breaking ball called strike. Nice slider there from Wilson. The 0-1 to the St. John's man in the dirt. Justice blocks, runners hold. 1 ball, 1 strike. San Mateo native Jeremiah, rising graduate. Looking to stay at St. John's, though. Program that he's been really electric at in the Big East. 1-1 from Wilson, fouled off the end of the bat. Another 91-mile-an-hour heater. Crawdads lost the series this weekend to the Sonoma Stompers. Now 2 games back from first place, Alameda at their tails. 3 games back. Both these teams fighting for the final playoff spot in the North. The 1-2. Flared into back part of the infield. DeFazio over from short to collect. Neither runner can move. 2 down now in the top of the 6th.
Talk about a recovery from Wilson. Gets a hit by pitch, then gets the single, and then back-to-back outs where he hasn't really allowed much at all. Really good sign if you're Brady Wilson.
Absolutely. He's a guy who stays really composed, really easygoing in the dugout when he's not pitching, but certainly a fighter on the mound. 3-hole man, tackless up, 2 down, 2 aboard. First delivery to the lefty, up and away. Tackless, a more recent addition for the Merchants. Is playing in his 11th game now with the team. 194 hitter this season. The 1-0 from Wilson. High-octane fastball. He went around. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tackless has an RBI credited to him on the day. Grounded out to second in the 5th, but a run came across. Wilson peers to second. The 1-1. Hard line drive into shallow right field. Taylor coming on. Runner Finney will round from third. The throw to home. Not in time. Now a throw over to third. Also not in time. RBI single for Aiden Tackless.
And these Merchants are pesky. Whenever you think they're going to go away, they stay and keep hitting. Now 5-1 game. And, I mean, what direction do the Crawdads go at this point?
Bats have to step it up here. The pitching, apart from Saeed's 2/3 of an inning, has been pretty solid. Runners at the corners from for Tuiamosa, the designated hitter, who himself has an RBI single. Left-handed, native of New Zealand Reddies. First offering, fastball away. Mosa in the portal looking for a new college here stateside. Got his first hit today with that RBI single in the 5th. His first hit of the year. The 1-0 from Wilson. Fastball down the pipe. Strike 1. The 1-1 from Wilson, up and away. Another fastball, 2 balls, 1 strike. Crawdad two-way player, hitting 143 as a position player in 9 games. Does have 11 strikeouts on the year as a pitcher. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Fastball low and away, gets the bite. 2-2 count for Wilson, who's got a lot of gas in the tank clearly. Consistently hitting 90 miles an hour. The 2-2, fastball just off the plate. Full count. "13 appearances for Wilson this spring at Sac City College, 11 of them starts. Went 3-4 with a 4.58 ERA in 59 innings. 73 strikeouts and just 21 walks. The payoff from Wilson, breaking ball in the heart of the plate. Strike 3 called. 2 looking strikeouts for Brady Wilson in the top of the 6th. 1 run does come across on the RBI single from Tackless. Crawdads down by 4. They'll have to pick it up in the next half inning. Back for the bottom of the sixth, Crawdads trailing by 4 to the Alameda Merchants. New pitcher for Alameda, Cole Airhorn, the right-hander from Los Medanos College, making his 10th appearance on the season, 3 of those starts. 2-1 with a 2.53 ERA. Facing 2-3-4 for Walnut Creek, Cam Calvillo, Joey Donnelly, Zach Justice due up. Crawdads just 3 hits on the day, have left 3 runners stranded. Merchants pitching has been rather effective. Airhorn trying to continue that trend. First delivery to Calvillo, out and away. Airhorn 21 1/3 innings pitched, 19 strikeouts to 7 walks, 23 hits allowed. The 1-0 to Calvillo. Flared into right center field. Tackless coming on, and he puts the squeeze to it. Calvillo robbed of a base hit.
It's a really nice sliding catch from Tackless. Timed it just perfectly and looked really smooth as well.
First man retired in the bottom of the sixth. Here comes the lefty Donnelly, 0 for 2 today, 2 flyouts. Airhorn working from the first base side of the rubber. Donnelly, one of the most talented hitters in the CCL this year. Looking for his first hit of the day. First delivery, a fastball at the knees, 87 miles an hour. Airhorn, the 6'1", 145-pound righty, a bit lanky, able to generate lots of velocity from that height. The 0-1 hit hard on the ground to short. Jeremiah collects, throws for the out.
Obviously just a routine ground out, but really tight defense from the Merchants today so far.
Yeah, haven't let much get by them. That infield especially has been dynamite. So 2 quick outs for Airhorn, brings up the cleanup man, Zach Justice. Working a 3-game hit streak, is 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Justice has really turned it on of late. Had a home run on Saturday against the Stompers, drove in a pair, and an RBI double on Sunday. First delivery to the righty catcher. Breaking ball called a strike. 0-1. The former Oregon Duck, now a San Diego State Aztec. Committed in early July. The 0-1. Popped up high in the air, shallow right field. Tackless crashing down, makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down for Cole Airhorn. The Merchants taking care of business. We'll head to the top of the 7th. Welcome to the top of the 7th in the Creek. Alameda up to bat, leading by 4. New pitcher for Walnut Creek, Braden Barnes, the left-hander, relieving Brady Wilson after he relieved Saeed, who relieved Colin Nowacek. Barnes, the 2025 CCL All-Star selection, making his 13th appearance, a 3.56 ERA. He's 1-1. Facing O'Sullivan in the 5-hole. First offering from the lefty, swing and a miss. 89-mile-an-hour two-seamer. Barnes, a strikeout artist, potentially best such on the Crawdads. 31 Ks on the year, tied for 5th in the league. The 0-1 to O'Sullivan. Slider misses below the knees. Barnes, former Arizona State Sun Devil out of Chandler, Arizona. Number 3 lefty in the state out of high school, number 14 overall prospect. The 1-1, fouled back. Barnes didn't see a whole lot of action at Willie Bloomquist's Arizona State program, so is transferring to New Mexico State. Be the battery mate of fellow Crawdad Brandon Clisby. The 1-2 from Barnes. Fastball below the knees, 2-2. Barnes came in on Saturday in Sonoma. Scoreless inning, a hit, 2 walks, and a strikeout. 5 batters faced. Threw an immaculate inning earlier this year against the Seagulls. He's usually been the closer for Walnut Creek, but here trying to get a bit of a long relief appearance. The 2-2, slider called, strike 3 on the outer third. First batter Barnes sees, he strikes out Brendan O'Sullivan to lead off the top of the 7th. Now it's Jack Bollinger, the left fielder.
Yeah, Barnes has over 30 strikeouts on the year as a reliever. So impressive. And like you mentioned, usually the closer, but a guy who knows the moment regardless of it's, the 9th inning or the 6th or 7th inning.
Trying to hold this one close. Crawdads can't afford too many losses this week, Casey, in their final 6 games. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch, Bollinger driven high in the air, left field. Coupland camps under it, puts it away. Just one pitch to get the second out in the top of the 7th. Now the right-handed catcher, Jerry Nix, at the plate. Nix 0 for 3, a strikeout, a flyout, and a ground out. Rising senior at Doane College, .250 hitter in 4 games with Alameda entering this one. Timeout called before the first pitch in this at-bat. So now we'll get back to it. 6'2", 195-pound lefty Barnes looks into justice. Has the call here. First offering, ripped foul on the right side. Just missed right field. 0-1 to Nix. Barnes, 9 career appearances at Arizona State. Some limited action in a pretty deep bullpen. The 0-1. Slow ground ball over to Calvillo. Collects, throws to Donnelly. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 7th. Braden Barnes works a scoreless inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Crawdads still trailing by 4. Back live in the creek for the bottom of the 7th. Crawdads down 5-1 on the Alameda Merchants. 5, 6, 7 due up. Cam Taylor, Riley Leininger, Joe Coupland facing Cole Airhorn. Retired the Crawdads in order in the bottom of the 6th, facing the minimum. Airhorn, the Los Medanos man, trying to get another scoreless inning of work. Cam Taylor leading off. Currently on a 4-game hitting streak entering today, but 2 groundouts. Has not extended it to 5 as he takes an outside fastball called a strike. 0-1 to the Georgia native. Taylor, thanks for that streak, upping his average to 247 entering today's contest. Takes another fastball away, this time for a ball. Airhorn kicks and delivers. The 1-1 to Taylor. Grounded right back to the pitcher. Slow jog and a slow toss to first for the out. It's 3 groundouts for Cam Taylor today. First one retired for the Crawdads. Now it's Riley Leininger who's 1 for 2. Had a leadoff double in the 5th. Later scored on the Nico DeFazio ground out to third. Leininger broke a 3-game hitless streak. Did not record any hits against the Stompers this weekend.
Had that hit over 100 miles an hour off the bat. Really showing the good optics of his hitting tool.
Yeah, had his 4th double of the season, his 5th extra base hit. Airhorn's first offering to Leininger. Swing and a miss. Gets him on the changeup there at 82 miles an hour. Bit of arm side run. Good weapon against the left-handed hitters for Walnut Creek. Now the 0-1. Another swing and a miss. 84 miles an hour this time. Same movement.
And the Alameda pitchers have been doing it all game, fooling the Crawdads on these really deceptive pitches, not having to go much to the heater to get what they want.
The 0-2. Fastball out and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and Crawdads have been held under 3 runs in 3 of their 5 games against Alameda. Merchants threatening to do the same here. The 1-2. Fastball called a strike at the knees. Leininger can't believe it.
Yeah, tough spot for him. He struck out twice and on some good pitches in that, but the strike zone today has been a bit inconsistent. I think we'll agree on that.
I would agree with that. Either way, 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. Joe Coupland up. Crawdads running out of chances here in this one, Casey. 7 outs to score 4 runs and tie this ball game up.
And a must-win series as well.
Playing 4 games against the Merchants this week. Coupland laces one foul on the third base side. Just a touch out in front.
And I mean, you'd think that the Crawdads would be familiar with the Merchants playing them first series of the year, but they haven't played in quite some time.
Yeah, last contest between these two teams, July 12th. The 0-1 called a strike on the breaking ball. So it's 0-2 at the dish to the left fielder, Coupland. Airhorn kicks and delivers. Fastball away. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
We didn't even talk about it. Merchants with some nice new uniforms.
Yeah, usually wearing dark blue with gold. This time, a bit of a lighter blue and gold. Really contrasts to the Crawdad red. The 1-2 to Coupland. Check swing on the outside fastball. Did not go around. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Danville native.
I mean, what a turnaround for the Merchants, a team that has been around the bottom these past few years, now in a position to make the playoffs as an affiliate.
Yeah, they've done a really great job with the program. 2-2 to Coupland is up and away. Full count.
Got to give credit to TC Fairfield, a guy who had a roster at the beginning of the year that optically didn't know if they could contend, but guys like Dominic Nahar really stepping up, making the difference.
The payoff to Coupland. Strike 3 called, a slider on the outer third. Crawdads retired in order yet again. Perfect outing from Cole Airhorn thus far. We'll head to the top of the 8th right after this. Welcome back to the top of the 8th on the Crawdads streaming network. 8-9-1 due up for Alameda Merchants. Fabian Gomez replaced Nathan Finney in the last half inning. He'll take his first at-bat of the day. Also a defensive sub for the Crawdads. Second baseman Hunter Hirayama in for Cam Calvillo. Hirayama, new face for Walnut Creek, just joined the team today. Former St. Mary's Gale heading to Jessup University.
Those are those reinforcements we're talking about. You know, at this point in the year, Crawdads need hitting. I mean, Exhibit A is right now.
So here's the left-handed Gomez against the lefty Barnes. First delivery. Slider on the inner third, called a strike. Hirayama, known for his defense over at St. Mary's. Was a defensive specialist his past couple seasons. Originally went there as a shortstop before Jared met him. The former Crawdad took his place. The 0-1-2 Gomez, strike at the knees, 90-mile-an-hour heater.
He was really highly touted out of Hawaii, St. Louis High School, and a guy that has unfortunately dealt with a lot of injuries, but has really been good.
The 0-2 to Gomez, strike 3 called on the outside slider. 2 strikeouts looking on the day for Braden Barnes. Tries to hold the Merchants where they're at, up by 4.
That's now 10 strikeouts for the Crawdads pitching staff. You would think that, you know, it'd be a more easy cruising game, but that one inning really ruined things.
You would think. In a case, it's Chase Dittmar up in the 9-hole. 1 for 1 today. A walk, a hit by pitch, and a single. First pitch from Barnes. Fastball called a strike on the inner third. No balls and 1 strike to Dittmar. Barnes delivers. Slider in the dirt. 1-1. Dittmar, a former UNLV guy. Rising junior. Played 19 games there this spring. The 1-1. High in the air, into left field, shallow. DeFazio over from shortstop. He'll collect.
Barnes has done an incredible job so far, and Brady Wilson did as well for the most part. Just tough. Again, going back to my point there, that one inning with Edward Saeed couldn't settle in. It's one of those days where if the Crawdads don't win, it's a big kind of what if.
Absolutely. That's been the theme of the season, Casey. What if? Lots of departures for Walnut Creek. Left the team a little bit barren now with the addition of Hirayama. Team a little bit bolstered at the position player level, but now this game, what if Cam Taylor catches that line drive into right field against the Stompers? Maybe they win that one. What if Edward Saeed doesn't give up 3 runs earlier today? A whole lot of question marks in this 2025 season for the Crawdads.
Absolutely, and you mentioned the departures, a lot of big ones that were, you know, of course, guys in the starting lineup, not just some of the role players.
Yeah, John Ewan, Sam Jenkins, Jared Medham, all guys who are key contributors. Either way, first offering to Dominic Nahar at the top of the order, a strike in the inner third. Nahar 0 for 3 today. Reached on a walk in the 5th, but otherwise ground out, fly out, strikeout. The 0-2 slider fouled back. Barnes trying to sit him down. One of the most potent bats in the north, an all-star selection for Alameda. Guy with an incredible hit tool. The 0-2 from Barnes hits Nahar in the head. 92-mile-an-hour two-seamer gets away from the lefty.
Looks like he's all right, but wow, that's a dangerous spot to be in.
Fourth hit batter that Crawdad pitcher has dished out. Every pitcher for the Crawdads has hit at least 1. So get the 10 strikeouts, but also the 4 collective hit by pitches. Shows you the up and downs today.
That'll do it to you.
So now a 2-out base runner for Jace Jeremiah. First delivery to the righty, fouled back. Jeremiah 2 for 4 today with 2 RBI singles. And Nahar, a guy with so much speed, he could score from first on a base hit. Barnes sets chest level, the 0-1. Fastball up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jeremiah. Jeremiah, 284 hitter for the Merchants entering today. Now the 1-1 offering. Line drive into shallow right field, down for a base hit. Taylor collects, throws in. They hold Nahar at second, But now the third single of the day for Jeremiah.
He's had a great game overall, especially defensively, too. Turning out to be a good one for Jace.
Brief battery conference between Justice and Barnes. Left-handed reliever for Walnut Creek. Retired the first 5 guys he's seen, but since a hit by pitch and a single to end his perfect relief appearance. But he does get a favorable lefty-lefty matchup here. Aiden Tackless, the right fielder, up. 1 for 3, a hit by pitch and an RBI single for Tackless, former Manhattan College guy. Barnes delivers a fastball below the knees. 1 ball, no strikes. Nahar, lots of speed at second. Jeremiah, also a speedy guy over at first. The 1-0 from Barnes, a fastball on the outer third at 90 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike. Action in the Merchants bullpen. The closer, Zane Baltz, up and throwing pitches. See if he comes in immediately in the bottom of the 8th. Either way, the 1-1, swing and a miss. Tackless behind on the slider. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Barnes trying to recover after getting the first 2 outs cleanly. Since then, 2 base runners. The 1-2. Slow slider up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Tackless, the San Francisco native. Justice has the call. Now the 2-2 from Barnes. Both runners go. Fouled away, left side, out of play. They'll do it again. Barnes, the second-year Crawdad, was an all-CCL reliever last year. Went 2-1 with a 3.37 ERA in 26 2/3 innings. He had 19 strikeouts, though, last summer. Nearly doubled that total this summer. The 2-2. Fastball grounded hard over to second. Hirayama collects the throw to first in time. A nice sliding play for the new second baseman. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Crawdads still trailing by 4 right after this. Back for the bottom of the 8th on the Crawdad streaming network. Walnut Creek down by 4 against the Alameda Merchants. 6 outs to cut that deficit and tie this ball game up. 8-9-1 due up. Ryan Ellis, Nico DeFazio, and Trey Johnson be the first 3 to face the new pitcher, Zane Baltz. He's been the closer all season long for Alameda. Guy who's got a save in 10 2/3 innings pitched. Does have a 4.21 ERA, but 16 strikeouts to just 5 walks in that span. big righty. Baltz kicks and fires. Fastball on the outer third to Ellis, strike one.
Another reason why this game's so important is Sonoma and Slow are off today.
Yeah, Crawdads love to get one back on those two. The 0-1 to Ellis, fouled away hard on the left side, out of play. Micah Billings, Crawdad closer, up and moving in the bullpen, so he'll probably come out and pitch the ninth, regardless of the score. Baltz peers in, has a sign from Nix. The 0-2. Ellis takes outside fastball at 90 miles an hour. Baltz does have a 4.21 ERA, but Casey makes up for it with a 1.13 whip and a .179 opposing batting average. The 1-2. Ellis takes another outside fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Baltz, Los Medanos College guy, a rising junior there. Who's the closer this spring. The 2-2 to Ellis. Hard ground ball over to Baltz. Now it gets past Jeremiah at short. The throw to first, just in time. One down in the bottom of the 8th for Nico DeFazio. Guy looking for his first hit of the day. Does have the lone run batted in on a 5-3 ground out that scored Leininger from third. DeFazio looking for his first hit of the day. He's 0 for 4 in his last game against the Stompers. First offering hits him. And it looks like, they'll say it hit his hands. So Nico DeFazio, the first base runner in the bottom of the 8th for Walnut Creek. They'll take that break.
We've seen that situation a lot where it's hit a guy's hand area, and the question is always, is it a foul ball or not? But good for DeFazio to get aboard, and hopefully the Crawdads can start a bit of a run here.
Yeah, it sounded like it could have been off the bat, but it is ruled a hit by pitch as head coach for Alameda, T.C. Fairfield, talks to Ron Masso, the home plate umpire, for an explanation. Either way, one aboard for the top of the order. Trey Johnson was robbed of a double back in the 5th on a deep fly out to Nahar in center field. First pitch from Baltz from the stretch, fouled back. Johnson hits in 8 of his last 10 appearances, hitting .305 since June 26th. The 0-1 offering to him, a fastball below the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Johnson, born in Brentwood, grew up in Berkeley, not too far from Walnut Creek. Went to Crawdads games during his high school years. Now playing for the team. The 1-1 breaking ball, hit high in the air, left field, looping into foul territory, and out of play. 1-2 to Johnson. Just hit the ball hard today, but 0 for 2. A ground out in the 1st, a walk in the 4th, and obviously the fly out in the 5th. DeFazio at first with decent speed, but Gomez, the first baseman, holding him close. Hunter Hirayama came in for Cam Calvillo. He's on deck. Baltz with the 1-1 delivery. Breaking ball up and away. Count evens at 2-2 for Johnson.
Johnson a bit snake bitten today. Hit that one out to deep center. Nahar flashed the leather.
Big opportunity for a hit here. The 2-2 from Baltz. Fastball fouled shallowly in foul territory now on the left field side, and Ditmar misses it with the glove. Johnson stays alive.
Just narrowly hitting a few close foul balls to being caught.
Crawdads catch another break in this one, still down by 4. This perhaps their best opportunity since the bottom of the 5th. They got 1 across, left 1 stranded on 1 hit and a sacrifice ground out from DeFazio, who's over at first now. Past 2 innings before the bottom of the 8th, Crawdads 6 up, 6 down. The 2-2 to Johnson. Fastball fouled back. Big at bat, and Johnson rising to the occasion at the moment, Casey. He's battling here. Baltz quickly glances to first. DeFazio, a big lead. 2-2 to Johnson. Ball 3 below the knees. Now a huge full count. Johnson has to swing at anything close.
Fazio, the big secondary lead as he's creeping up.
The 3-2 runner goes, fouled back. DeFazio, a big jump. Johnson just under that one. Continuing to stay alive here. Such a crucial at-bat, Casey, with only 5 games left in the regular season after today. Alameda with a win today would tie Walnut Creek for 3rd in the North. The payoff once again, ball 4 outside. A great at-bat from Trey Johnson works up Balt's pitching count.
Yeah, this game's even more important, like you said, because not only are they tied in the standings, but Alameda has the tiebreaker.
They do indeed, currently up 3-2 on the season series. But now there's 2 runners in scoring position, or 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position for Hunter Hirayama, the new Crawdad. The Mililani Hawaii native in the Oahu area.
Wearing Sam Jenkins' number.
He is indeed. Hirayama, 3 seasons at St. Mary's over in Moraga, not too far from here. Career .238 hitter in 58 games. Just 3 starts. Only 42 at-bats, a bit of a small sample size.
Kind of a mix from a style standpoint as some of the former Crawdads. Jenkins' number, Medham's old bat, same exact one.
Indeed. A bunch of St. Mary's players got that same Rawlings bat, the baby blue barrel. First at-bat against live pitching for Hirayama since January. He dealt with an ankle injury this spring. First pitch popped up high in the air. O'Sullivan over from second to collect. 2 down for Joey Donnelly now. Not exactly what he was looking for there, but it's been 5 months since he's seen live pitching.
Yeah, the infield fly rule there, and now the Crawdads in an even tougher spot. Need a big knock here from Donnelly.
Donnelly, absolutely the guy you want up, though, in this situation, Casey. He's kind of due for one today. 0 for 3, hitting .390 entering today, a CCL All-Star selection. Current 9-game hit streak in jeopardy of breaking it. DeFazio at second, Johnson at first. Baltz kicks and fires. Fastball on the outer third, called a strike. 4 years at Cal for Donnelly. Committed to Fordham University on June 30th. The 0-1 to the lefty. Swing and a miss. Another 90-mile-an-hour fastball from Baltz.
Baltz looking really good in terms of stuff here.
Has dished out 2 free passes technically on the hit by pitch and the walk to Johnson, but has induced a couple of soft contact hits, or balls in play rather. The 0-2 to Donnelly. Hit into left center field, down for a base hit. DeFazio rounding third, he'll come in to score. Johnson rounding third as well. He'll chug in, Donnelly with an RBI double. The Crawdads now trail by just 2. Ball gets away from the catcher, Nix. Donnelly into third. All of a sudden, Walnut Creek back into this one, Casey.
Yeah, 2 RBI double, and I guess you could say a little league triple for Joey Donnelly. We got a ball game.
We absolutely do. A massive hit for the best hitter in the Crawdad order. Another guy who's red hot in the cleanup spot, Zach Justice, with another RBI chance. Currently back-to-back games with a ribby for Justice. Also back-to-back games with an extra base hit. He's 2 for 3 today, 2 singles. First offering to Justice, fastball down the pipe, strike 1. Justice, the former Berkeley native, moved to Oregon. As he takes the 0-1 on the outer third, strike 2 called.
What a frame job from Nix. One was well outside.
Yeah, Gave Baltz a free strike there. Now Justice will have to protect. Former top-ranked catcher in Oregon out of high school. The 0-2 well into the left-handed batter's box. 1-2. Justice, a guy we know has so much talent in the Crawdad order. Former 9.0 prospect grade by perfect game coming out of summer high school. The 1-2. Justice pops it up off the end of the bat. O'Sullivan over from second into shallow right. Puts it away. Crawdads get two back courtesy of the Joey Donnelly RBI double. Led to the top of the ninth. Merchants still up by 2. Back live in the top of the ninth on the Crawdad streaming network. Joey Donnelly with a big 2 RBI double to cut the lead for Alameda to just 2. They're back up to bat here facing the Crawdad closer, Micah Billings, the new pitcher, in relief of Braden Barnes. Billings facing the heart of the Merchants order, Tui Amosa, Brendan O'Sullivan, Jack Bollinger, 4, 5, 6. Billings, the former Laney College man, kicks and fires. Fastball below the knees on Amosa. 1 ball, no strikes.
Billings has had a pretty impressive season, all things considered, coming late on a ton of experience.
The 1-0 offering, a strike on the inner third. 86-mile-an-hour heater from Billings. Union City native enters today his 8th appearance, 2.25 ERA. 1-1 breaking ball away. 2-1. Billings 8 innings pitched on the year for Walnut Creek, 9 Ks to 4 walks and 5 hits. The 2-1. Fastball drilled into left field. Coupland going back, but he puts it away. So Coupland, in his first start in left field, Casey, really good today. He's been tested a couple times.
Yeah, maybe a guy that they can finally have in an established spot. Kind of like the Giants with left fielders this year.
A little bit similar to the San Francisco Giants. You're absolutely correct.
Not a ton of consistency. Saw Levin McGee there a lot, Cam Taylor.
Sam Jenkins, obviously, before his departure. Trey Johnson as well. Either way, 1 down in the top of the ninth. Here comes Brendan O'Sullivan. First offering from Billings outside on the curveball. Billings, the 6'1", 205-pound righty, really only has a 2-pitch mix. Fastball, curveball. But works it well, the 1-0. Fastball at the knees, strike 1. Billings this year at Laney College, 3 saves. Late innings guy as he dishes a curveball up. 2-1 to O'Sullivan, the second baseman, who's had really nice day defensively. The 2-1. Fastball at the knees again. Strike 2 called at 87 miles an hour. Billings currently in the portal. The 2-2 offering to O'Sullivan. Curveball into the dirt. Full count now. O'Sullivan looking for his first hit of the day. Loading time on base was a walk. The payoff from Billings. Fastball low and away. A one-out walk for the Merchants. Brandon O'Sullivan works it nicely. And now it's Jack Bollinger from the left side, a guy who's got a single and reached on an error as well. 1 for 3. Bollinger, the left fielder, readies. First pitch from Billings, way behind him on the fastball. O'Sullivan jogs into second, no problem.
Crawdad pitching has been very offline today. Just a lot of errant balls thrown.
It's been up and down, like you mentioned. 10 strikeouts, 4 hit by pitches, a couple of wild pitches as well. Now the 1-0 to Bollinger. Swing and a miss. 87-mile-an-hour heater below the knees. Bollinger scoops and misses. The 1-1 from Billings. Another fastball in the dirt. 2-1. Billings last pitched on Friday, July 18th against the Sonoma Stompers. He went inning and a third. Allowed 5 runs, none of them earned, on 2 hits and 1 walk. Bunch of defensive errors in that one. The 2-1 to Bollinger. Swing and a miss again. Fastball low and away. Deceptive stuff from Micah Billings. Tries to keep it close. Merchants up by just 2. The 2-2 popped up high in the air. Foul territory on the left side, out of play. O'Sullivan over at second after the wild pitch from Micah Billings. 2-2 count at the dish to Bollinger. Alameda would love an insurance run here. Jerry Nix, the catcher, on deck. The 2-2 from Billings. Curveball fouled on the ground, first base side. They'll do it again. Big lead for O'Sullivan at second. The 2-2 from the stretch. Fastball belted into deep right center field. Johnson over from center. He puts it to the glove. O'Sullivan tagging from second. He's into third safely. Deep fly out there. Looked a little bit more like a home run off the bat, but it kind of died in the wind.
Yeah, not the first time we've said that.
Looks like someone on the Merchant side ejected. Jack Bollinger is ejected after he flies out. Looks like he had some words that the umpires don't agree with.
Oh boy.
It's the first ejection we've seen for the Merchants when they've been in town, Casey. Between these two teams, we've seen a couple Crawdads ejected, but never anyone on the Alameda side.
I don't get it. I mean, you're up by only 2 runs. Bollinger's a guy that has gotten on base a couple times today. It's obviously good defensively. I don't really understand the rationale behind chirping there.
Both these two teams have been heated all season long. Big rivalry here in the north. Potential big implications here. Either way, it's 2 down. A runner at third. That's O'Sullivan. As Jerry Nix, the catcher, comes up, a guy who's 0 for 4 on the day. TC Fairfield and the umpires communicating about this one. Fairfield clearly frustrated. He'll head back to the Merchants dugout now. Billings trying to get one more out, give the Crawdads a last chance, down by 2 in the bottom of the 9th. Nick's the starting catcher for Alameda, stepping into the right-handed batter's box. Playing in just his 5th game for Alameda. Debuted on July 8th against the Stompers. Has just 3 hits on the year in 12 at-bats entering today. First pitch from Billings. Broken bat on the grounder to third. Leininger collects the throw over to first, gets away from Donnelly. 1 run scores. That's O'Sullivan from third. And Nix heads into second. Another costly error late in a ball game for Walnut Creek. 6-3 Alameda.
Could be the difference.
Now the question is, who's that error going to fall on? E5 technically. Now the Crawdads a bigger hole.
Yeah, I mean, 3 runs to this team right now seems a lot more tough than 2. I mean, it's 1 more, but I think for right now, the offensive struggles.
First offering to the new batter, Gomez, a ball inside. Gomez came in bottom of the 7th defensively at first. Now the 1-0. Line drive into shallow left field, down for a base hit. Nix rounding third, he's in to score, and now it's 7-3, a 4-run deficit. Things unraveling. The Crawdads gave themselves a chance, and now it seems even more impossible.
Yeah, said it well. I think it's tough when you have a guy like Donnelly come up so big last inning just for it to be taken away.
And it's not like Billings has done anything really wrong to his credit. He's pitched rather well. Slow ground ball, broken bat for Riley Leininger. Either way, it's Chase Dittmar as there's a balk called before the first delivery. It's now Gomez at second. First offering to Dittmar, swing and a miss. Billings blows the fastball past him. So it looks like Nathan Finney the one ejected for Alameda when it's all said and done. The 0-1 to Dittmar, hard ground ball to shortstop. DeFazio collects, throws it into first for the out. Crawdads allow 2 unearned runs in the top of the 9th. They dig themselves further into the hole. We'll see if they can come up with 4 runs and 3 outs right after this. Welcome back to the bottom of the ninth. Crawdads down by 3 to the Alameda Merchants. Down by 4, excuse me, after Alameda tacked on 2 more unearned thanks to the defensive error. Crawdads bring themselves within 2 thanks to the Joey Donnelly RBI double. But late inning defensive collapses, Casey, have been kind of the trend in the past weekend.
And again, I mean, we talk about multiple times the difference between making the playoffs or not. It might not be a direct thing, but I mean, Alameda wins this game. Crawdads are certainly in 4th place at that point.
Absolutely. So, Zane Balt still on the hill, gave up just the 1 hit. 2 runs came across. Had a hit by pitch and a walk as well in his first inning of work, the 8th. Facing 5, 6, 7, Cam Taylor, Riley Leininger, Joe Coupland. Got to try and get on board here, cut into the deficit. Taylor 0 for 3 today, 3 ground outs. Entered today with a 4-game hit streak. First pitch, fastball on the outer third, strike 1.
I don't know about that one.
Zone has been inconsistent. That's something we can agree on. The 0-1 to Taylor. Fastball up and away this time at 91. 1 ball and 1 strike to Taylor. He's been on base in all 22 games he's appeared in. Trying to continue that streak to 23 here. The 1-1. Another fastball on the outer third, called a strike.
Umpire really doesn't want Cam Taylor to continue that streak, I guess.
Suppose not. Lefties have had a difficult time with outside fastballs all day long today. The 1-2 from Baltz. Outside fastball drilled into left center field. Cam Taylor, 5-game hit streak. He'll round first and go into second. A leadoff double for the Crawdads. Cam Taylor getting it done.
And we talk about the streak being in jeopardy. He extends it to 23.
That is an advanced approach right there. Taylor knew it was going to be an outside fastball, takes it the other way.
And we talk about, as well, his ability to now spray the ball. Something we didn't really see at the early part of the season was him going the opposite field with hard hit balls.
Yeah, he's done a really nice job adjusting throughout the season. He's really turned it around of late. Runner in scoring position for Riley Leininger. Third baseman 1 for 3 today, a double to lead off the 5th. 2 strikeouts otherwise. First offering from Baltz, outside fastball, 1-0. Leininger, one of 4 position players for the Crawdads, selected to be an all-star after he went 9 for 16 in 5 games from July 8th to the 14th. The 1-0, a fastball called a strike, same location, that outer third.
And I feel like this part of the lineup, Taylor, Leininger, Coupland, guys with some of the most to prove right now for mixed results.
Home plate umpire talking with the Crawdad dugout right now.
It's like a warning maybe issued.
Probably so. It's been a tough location. Perhaps the Crawdads didn't quite agree with the strike zone.
It was Derek Nicholson.
Nicholson warned the hitting coach for Walnut Creek. Either way, the 1-1 to Leininger, swing and a miss on the 91-mile-an-hour heater. Leininger broke his 3-game hitless streak earlier today with that double. Big spot here, down by 4. The 1-2, swing and a miss. High heat again from Zane Baltz. First strikeout of the day for him.
Unfortunately, 3 Ks for Leininger and tough spot to be in. You wonder, that error doesn't happen. He has a tying run at the plate instead. This game seeming like a big hole to climb out of.
Absolutely. So now, still 1 in scoring position, 1 down for Joe Coupland. Another guy who's 0 for 3 after having hits in back-to-back games his previous 2 appearances. First pitch to the left fielder, fouled away behind us. 0-1. Baltz has just thrown the heater today, Casey. Only a few breaking balls and off-speed pitches.
That's all he's needed.
Sits 90, gets the job done. Why bother changing it up? The 0-1 to Coupland. There's a breaking ball, but it's upstairs at 74 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike to Coupland. Played in 2 games in the Stomper series, had 3 hits. The 1-1, fastball upstairs. 2-1 to Coupland. former San Ramon Valley High School graduate, rising sophomore at Chabot College. Two-way player for both the Gladiators and the Crawdads. 2-1, swing and a miss. Fastball with a bit of run there on the outer third. 2-2 now. No fan club for Coupland today here on this breezy, overcast Tuesday afternoon.
That's why they're losing.
The 2-2 from Baltz. Strike three down the middle on the fastball. Coupland stunned. Crawdads down to their last out. Still a runner in scoring position for Ryan Ellis.
Incredible stuff from Baltz. I mean, not afraid to flash the heater, high part of the plate, and again, giving up a double to start an inning is tough, especially in this situation, but a good recovery.
Absolutely, Baltz has worked well under pressure. First pitch to Ellis, fastball well away. 1 ball, no strikes. Ellis 0 for 2 today, a fly out, a walk, and a stolen bag in the 5th, and then a ground out in the 8th. Led off the inning. The 1-0. Hit hard into left center field. That one going to the warning track, and it's down for extra bases. Taylor rounds third. He'll come home to score. Ellis with the stop sign. An RBI double, and the lead just 3 now for Alameda.
Big piece of hitting, keeping the game alive. Why not? And it brings up a part of the lineup, and DeFazio then the top. That's done well lately.
Ellis, a guy who historically for Walnut Creek has had ice in his veins. Many walk-off hits for the Dads in his past 2 seasons. Another clutch one here. Will it be enough to start a rally? Time will tell. Nico DeFazio up. RBI opportunity for him. Had a ribby earlier today on the sac ground out in the 5th. Scored Leininger. First offering to the righty shortstop. Off speed and away. DeFazio 0 for 2. Had that ground out, like we mentioned, then a pop out before that. Hit by pitch in the 8th, later scored on the Joey Donnelly double. The 1-0 to Nico. Hit hard into straightaway center field. Nahar over, puts it away. Alameda wins 7-4 in Walnut Creek. Crawdads had a couple chances, squandered. Now 18 and 15 on the season with 5 games left to go. Tied for third with Alameda. This was a big loss, Casey.
Absolutely. Crawdads now jumped by the Merchants in the standings and have to scoreboard watch a bit tomorrow because SLO and Sonoma are in action. But a really tough loss at this point in the year. Like you said, Charlie, the offense has just not been there.
It really hasn't. Since the departure of Ewens, Medham, Jenkins, Brome even, the offense has really kind of sputtered throughout the last week. They had the one really good performance in Sonoma on Saturday night where they put up 9, but they really have to find the spark. This is really the only game they can afford to lose this week, Casey. They've got to win at least 3 or 4 games to get into the playoffs at this point.
I want to ask you, what needs to change at this point?
It's really hard to say. I thought that they actually made a really nice adjustment. They were really aggressive early in counts today. Then they kind of melded out, waited for good pitches to hit, and they made it happen. I think it's just the defense. The errors have to stop. It's killing the Crawdads right now. If they can clean up the defensive errors, they can give themselves a chance.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see tomorrow.
Absolutely, we will. We'll be back in Alameda tomorrow, 6 o'clock start. Casey and I will be on the call. For Casey Kasliner, Charlie Limoncelli signing off on the Crawdads Streaming Network. We'll see you all tomorrow.